Hi parents, welcome back to a new episode of Legacy. So today I want to talk to you about how to deal with negativity coming from your child. Now this is a question that I've received on many occasions throughout my coaching career. A lot of parents say to me, Leo, my child is reacting negatively to a mistake that they make on the field, or on the drive home, they're becoming really hard on themselves. Now, the first thing I want to tell you is that this type of behavior for all kids is normal. And if your child is acting in a negative manner towards maybe their soccer, or it could be something away from the field, then first of all, I want you to remember that this shows that the child cares about it. So I remember when I was younger and I had a really poor game. I knew that I played bad. I knew that I let myself down. I let my parents down. I let my coach down. I didn't need my parent, my teammates, or anyone else to tell me otherwise. This caused me to obviously react in a very negative way. And what I want you as the parent to understand is that when your child reacts in a negative way towards maybe making a mistake or any other particular reason, when they react negatively, it's because they tried to do something, or they attempted to do something, and it didn't work out in how they wanted it to work out. So your child acting that way shows that they care. And that's the number one thing I want you to remember, okay? Kids don't act negatively because they want to. Kids act that way because they care about something very much. So I want to share with you 3 ways how to deal with the negativity coming from your child. Okay, and this is very relevant to on the field, and it's very relevant to off the field as well. So the number one way to deal with negativity coming from your child is, first of all, you have to remember that whatever they're saying or however they're reacting, there's no way of changing them, okay? And I don't want you as the parent to try to change your child. If they're reacting that way, don't tell them off for doing it, okay? As coaches, we have to deal with this situation on a consistent basis, right? In a game when a child makes a mistake, or when a child shouts at their teammate, we have to deal with this as coaches, and we have to deal with it in a way where we can't be hard on the player. We have to accept that they reacted that way and that we don't want to change them, but we want to support them. So the number one thing is, I don't want you to change your child, okay? Don't change them. Accept that they're reacting in a negative way. Be understanding of them. The second point is, I don't want you to be judgmental. Okay, and this is something that I've spoken to parents about a lot on a very regular basis. And many parents judge when their child does something. So if their child was on the soccer field and they made a mistake, sometimes the first reaction from a parent is to be hard on them, is to shout at them, is to give them negative feedback, or to say they have to work harder. That's being judgmental. That's saying to your child that I don't think you're working hard enough. So one thing I want you to remember is when your child acts in a negative way, don't judge them for it. Don't judge them for it. Accept how they're reacting. And we have to learn to deal with it. Okay, and we learn to deal with it through listening, observing body language, and most importantly, asking good questions. Now, the third way that I want you to deal with negativity coming from your child is I want you to reflect on why they're behaving that way and not to react. So I know as coaches, sometimes it's easy to react when we feel that a player is not playing to their full potential, a player is not working hard enough, a player is maybe misbehaving, right? It's easy for us to react by either shouting or by saying words that won't encourage them, but instead will hold them back. So when your child acts in a negative way, I want you to remember that you have to reflect on why they're behaving that way, all right? So don't react, but instead reflect and look at the situation from far away and think to yourself, right, okay, why is my child acting that way? What is it that they're going through that is affecting their confidence, is affecting their self-esteem? Why are they reacting that specific way? And if you as a parent react in the same way as your child, that will only cause more issues to come up later on down the line. So to recap, the 3 points is: number one, we don't want you to change your child. Okay, so don't tell them off for reacting negatively. Instead, understand and accept that they are behaving that way. Second point is try not to be judgmental, right? Don't judge your child by telling them off because they're reacting negatively. Be more understanding, okay? Observant, be observant. Why is your child behaving that way? Could it be because they feel that they're not getting enough attention from their coach? Could it be because they're receiving some negative advice from a teammate? Could it be because they don't believe in themselves? Okay, so these are all very basic things that might go through your child's mind when they're out on the field. And that could cause them to react in that negative way. And then the third one, I want you to be reflective. And when we are reflective, that means we are reflecting on what just happened. So how did your child act in that negativity? What is it exactly they did? And then ask them questions. And when we ask questions, we can find out the real reason why they are reacting that way. So if this video has helped you, if you're a parent and you want to reach out to me about any advice on how to deal with a negative child, how to deal with negativity on the field, how to get your child more confident, how to build their self-esteem, send me an email to info@thefootballdomainacademy.com. Love to hear from you and jump on a call to see how I can best help your child to improve their confidence on and off the field. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.